Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Sally. Sally grew up in San Marcos, Texas. Sally was not a typical child. She was born to strict parents that always wanted to better her. Sally was different from the other children her age. She learned to crawl, walk, and read before them. Even though Sally was different from the other children, she went on with life trying to be normal, but still feeling out of place. When she turned 11, her parents knew she needed to move on to bigger and better things. Sally had just been accepted to Texas State University, where she would attend college that coming fall and major in quantum physics. Sally had outgrown her small town and needed someplace where she could hopefully fit in. Sally was nervous to go to college because there was so much pressure riding on her back. Everyone expected perfection out of her, especially her parents, and it gave her anxiety. Since Sally was only 11 years old, she couldn't drive, so her mom had to drive her to college. On the way to her first class, she could feel butterflies in her stomach. Not only was she the youngest person at school, but she was also too small to carry her own books. Her mom had to carry her books to all 3 of her classes she was taking that semester, and that really embarrassed Sally. Every day, Sally would go to class and not talk to anyone. She didn't make any friends at college because of the substantial age difference. Because Sally was so much younger than the other students, their morals were different. The older students were more mature, and it's hard to get accepted by those who have different morals than you. Due to not being accepted at college, Sally wasn't as happy as the other children her age. She wouldn't go and hang out with friends on the weekends like everyone else because she didn't have any. This really started to affect Sally because children need friends in order to be happy. One day, Sally went to school like every other day, but today was about to be different. She went to her first class and a boy named Josh came up and talked to her. Because she never learned how to have a conversation with other people, she ignored him and went on with her work. Sally finally realizes how alone she is because she doesn't know how to talk to anyone and goes home sad. Her parents don't know what to do to help her gain friends, so they get frustrated, and Sally continues to be sad. Because of that, Sally graduated from college with no friends. She received high honors and graduated with a 3.8 GPA. But none of this mattered to Sally because she just wanted friends. During the graduation ceremony, Sally saw only her mom and dad sitting in the crowd supporting her. While many of the other graduates had many friends and family supporting them, this made Sally feel very upset and alone. Sally was now graduated, but still didn't know what she wanted to do with her life. She lived in her parents' house many years after graduating because she wasn't old enough to live on her own yet. Until finally she moved out and found a job. At her new job, Sally began to talk with one of her male co-workers named Kevin. She became friends with him, but never acted upon the friendship. Finally, after working at her job for 10 years, Kevin asked her out on a date. After dating for a long time, they got married. Sally did not get married until she was 35 because she wasn't socially ready until then. Sally was one of few child prodigies who actually succeeded in life. According to Sally's research, only 6 out of 210 child prodigies are incredibly successful later in life due to some of their developmental issues. At age 38, Sally had her first child named Krista. Sally wanted to make sure she didn't treat her child like her parents treated her, because she wanted Krista to have a happy life full of friendship. Krista ended up having many friends in her life because she grew up in her own grade and learned how to have conversations with people, unlike her mom Sally.